Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So today we're going to be covering Nyan Heroes, which I want to cover it. We've covered it so many times on the channel already, and you guys know my stance on Nyan Heroes. If you've been around for a little bit and have watched those videos or have, asked me in my Discord, you guys know I'm very bullish on Nyan Heroes, and today I'm going to go over, again, the reasons why, because I do think Nyan Heroes is definitely at a pretty good value right now for potential DCAs or entry points for those that have maybe been looking for one or looking for a quality gaming project on Solana. Nyan Heroes could be what you've been looking for. And as always, if you guys are a fan of crypto gaming and wanting to know and keep up to date in the space, in the narrative as a whole, that's what we try to do here on the channel. So if that's something that you're interested in, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. Your support means everything. So we look at Nyan Heroes. Right now, why I want to bring it up is that we see it's trading at about 14 cents at a $14 million circulating market cap. Now, yes, the dilution is about a 10x on the fully diluted side, but again, we will be taking a look at that dilution and the vesting schedule in this video, so not a problem. So if we look at it, here, looking at the chart, we can see that, recently, it did launch kind of, I want to say around like 20 cents, 25 cents, and then it did shoot up, obviously, to about 45 cents, and then retraced as most new projects, new TGs will do. And now we're obviously in a not the most bullish market climate right now, with Bitcoin dropping under 60K. Again, you can look at that as two ways. As one, maybe the bull market's over, or maybe this is a good potential, one of the last chances to stack up your positions before the actual bull market or altcoin season starts. Let me know, obviously, in the comments what side of the fence you fall on. Again, should be obvious which side I personally fall on, but nothing I say is financial advice here on this channel. Just giving you my opinions here. So, again, we saw it then climb up to about 35 cents, and then since then, it has been on a steady retracement right now. I think this is even the new all-time low. So about 7 hours ago at the time of recording this, it hit under 13 cents. So could this project still, go lower? Yeah, of course. Do I think it will go much lower? Personally, no, but I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know. But let's take a look at Nyan Heroes, what it even is if you're not familiar. So Nyan Heroes, it is a third-person shooter on Solana. Now, they have a lot of players. It's a pretty good player base. They were like top 10 most wish-listed games out of all of the games on Epic Games, so not just Web3 or crypto, blockchain games. Out of all the games on Epic Games, right on the homepage, we covered it in the past. It was a top 10 most wish-listed game. Pretty insane. I mean, the game's quality, there's no really denying that. It's one of the more polished shooters in Web3, in my opinion. Up there with like Shrapnel, Off the Grid, Project Citadel. It's up there. So I think the game looks really fun. So that's kind of the the genre of game we're looking at here. Obviously, they're on Epic Games. You can play the game through certain access. It's not open to everyone yet. I have not had a chance to play Nyan Heroes personally, but I am excited to eventually maybe get my hands on it and get gameplay on the channel for you guys, like we have in the past on other projects. But again, when we're looking at quality games, I think Nyan Heroes, one, is quality, and two, if we're looking at gaming projects on Solana, which is what Nyan Heroes is, I definitely think Nyan Heroes could be one of the top games, if not the top gaming project on Solana this cycle. Obviously, everyone, when they look at Solana gaming, they look at stuff like Star Atlas or even Aurora from the last cycle. But I think really we're having so many other gaming projects hit the scene now. I think Nyan Heroes on Solana, in my opinion, I would much rather play this than Star Atlas. And I think the fact that people have been wishlisting it, it's getting engagement, I think that shows that statement might have some merit behind it. And also, they have some of the creators. I don't know if it's the creators, but they have some people that had worked on Halo, Destiny. They have pretty good backers as well. And yes, you see it right. It is really just where cats pilot giant mechs. And again, their TG was May 21st, so not that long ago, a little over a month now. So again, it's still a newer TGE, and the fact that it launched in not the best market conditions. Honestly, I thought that I thought it was going to launch a lot higher. I've said that multiple times, so I was actually shocked to see this thing not launch at, again, higher evaluations, but that's me. I thought it was going to launch over 500 million on the fully diluted side. Obviously, we did not really see that happen. I don't believe so, so again, they put out a lot of posts. I wouldn't say it's necessarily game updates, but they do put out a lot of posts here in the game. Again, I won't say it again, but the game's very quality. Now, touching on the circulating market cap versus the fully diluted, we're going to look at two websites here to cross compare because that dilution is really not that bad. They don't have any dilution or unlocks occurring for, I mean, you see it for about 11 months for like the first year. Not going to have any dilution really occurring, I believe. I think it's even that it's like a 2x in dilution. So right now we see, I don't know if this is quite accurate, which is why we're comparing it, on two different places. I think the 100 million circulating supply is accurate. So if we did 100 million, we can take a look at the end of 2025. It says that there will be, again, about 170 million, so not quite a 2x in dilution. Now, let's crypto rank. Now, if we look at Chain Broker, we can see that right now they have 107 million tokens in supply right now. If we looked, again, towards the end of 2025, and most people think that, bull market, if you look over the last couple cycles, could peak out potentially in October, November timeframe. But we'll look at the very end, like December 2025, just to, play it safe. And it's not really that much of a big difference anyways. So if we look at December, 20th, it's 220 million. So again, a 2x in dilution is, in my opinion, yeah, sure, it's still dilution. But I think that's honestly nothing, especially in the gaming sector, where obviously we're all aware dilution is an elephant in the room when we look at gaming projects. Most gaming projects, especially new TGEs that have launched this year, even in the last half of last year, most of these projects, we've covered them, have like a 5 to 10 to sometimes 15x in dilution between now and the end of 2025 alone, which pretty insane. So the fact that a project of this caliber, this quality, again, they have quality on their side. They have the shooter narrative, which I think could really pump, especially when stuff like Off the Grid comes out later this year in fall, Q4, I think, on Avalanche. But they also have the potential to be the top game on Solana. I do think Solana is going to do really, really good this cycle as a project by itself. So it means potentially the ecosystem underneath of it could do well. Now, obviously, none of this is set in stone. I'm just giving you my opinions, my theories. Again, I stress I do not have a crystal ball, just letting you know what I think here. So I think Nyan Heroes being, again, quality game, good backers, has a lot of hype around it. It actually has a working product, and I think that there's potential catalysts for the shooter genre within crypto gaming with stuff like Shrapnel, Off the Grid, Blood Loop, and obviously Nyan Heroes. They had a lot of interest on Epic Games being, again, a top wishlisted game. And they're at a really low market cap here with only a 2x in token dilution between now and the end of 2025. And again, they're on Solana, so you're not dealing with high gas fees like Ethereum or maybe some other chains. Solana is very, very cheap, very easy to use, super easy, and I think it makes a lot of sense for gaming. I've said that for a very long time. I think Solana just makes sense for gaming. Obviously, Solana has its own issues, but I think honestly every blockchain really does. So, I don't like that argument either. But again, that's my opinion here, guys. Just letting you know, if you're waiting for an entry point on Nyan Heroes since launch, I think this could be a decent one. Nobody knows. Time will tell. Could this project go lower? Sure, it's already proven to do so by going under 13 cents, but it did seem to get a little bit of strength there. Now, how long the strength lasts, nobody knows. It's seeming to get pretty high volume since launch. I mean, this thing has just maintained pretty much over $10 million in volume. Now, it could be bots, could not be. I don't know. I'm not behind the scenes. But the fact that at one point it was getting like 60 million in 24-hour volume, pretty insane. Like I said, there's a lot of interest here. And they are active on their Twitter. Now, sure, it might not be like a whole lot of game updates just from like all these memes or whatever, but they do have a lot of updates. They've made some partnerships also in the past. You can look through their Twitter. I mean, people are actually playing the game. They're streaming it. Like you can hear who has, a couple thousand followers. Now, he could have more on his different platforms. I'm not too familiar with them, but the fact that people are playing it, they're showcasing it, seems like the feedback is really good. Again, let me know in the comments below if you've played Nyan Heroes. I have personally not, but I'm excited to do so. And they have a lot of followers, 760,000. That's a lot of followers. So I think the fact that the low market cap, I mean, we can even look at it as a double dilution right now. It's essentially a $30 million market cap if you're planning to hold this from now until the end of 2025. That's where you could be potentially looking at it if you're trying to factor in dilution. And even at those levels, very small in my opinion for where this project I believe could potentially go. Now I think Nyan Heroes from here, a 10x would be very achievable in my opinion in a gaming run, or even just in a altcoin season. I think a 10x would be pretty achievable. Now do I think a 25x, a 50x could be achievable? I don't think it's impossible. Let me know in the comments below. Let's have a conversation about it. And if you guys are interested in getting into a community where you can have conversations like that or ask questions on projects like this of, hey, anyone in here DCAing? What's your opinions? Should I buy, sell, stuff like that? Obviously not financial advice, just bouncing ideas around a room. Consider getting into the free Discord linked below or on the channel description. Let me know if you have any issues there. And otherwise, guys, that's my take on Nyan Heroes right now. Just a quality project that I'm currently looking at in the space. I already have a position, full disclosure. I've said that, again, on every video we pretty much make about them. And I am looking at DCing at these levels, because I do think long-term this is going to be a performer. But otherwise, if you've got value out of today's video, if you think maybe there was some merit behind any of these statements, if you guys can like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.